Institutionalizing division. The rise of racial fanaticism in American society. A critical look at critical race theory in America's classrooms. Racism has long been a profound issue in American society, deeply embedded within its historical fabric. From the brutalities of slavery to the oppressive Jim Crow laws, the legacy of racial discrimination is undeniable and remains a significant topic of discourse. However, to assert that racism solely defines contemporary America would be an oversimplification that neglects the progress achieved over decades. I contend that while racism is rooted in America's past, it does not encapsulate the present reality of the nation. Through systemic reforms and civil rights advancements since the 1960s, it becomes evident that contemporary America is marked by strides toward equality and inclusivity. The history of racism in America is replete with instances of brutality and discrimination against African Americans and other minority groups. Slavery, which persisted for nearly 2 centuries, laid the groundwork for systemic oppression, followed by Jim Crow laws that institutionalized racial segregation and disenfranchisement in the South. These historical injustices are crucial to acknowledge, as they illustrate the depth of racism ingrained in American society. However, recognizing this history does not equate to accepting it as an unchangeable reality for modern America. Numerous legislative reforms have been enacted to dismantle these oppressive structures and promote racial equality. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 are prime examples of how legal frameworks have evolved to protect individuals from discrimination based on race. Since the Civil Rights Movement, significant advancements have been made toward achieving racial equality in various sectors, including education, employment, and politics. For instance, affirmative action policies were introduced to help level the playing field for minorities who had historically faced barriers to education and job opportunities. These measures have resulted in increased representation of people of color in universities and professional fields previously dominated by white individuals. Statistical evidence supports this notion. According to data from the U.S. Census Bureau 2020, there has been substantial growth in minority-owned businesses over recent years, showing economic empowerment among previously marginalized communities. Additionally, political representation has improved significantly. Barack Obama's election as our first black president, no matter your feelings on his presidency, marks a monumental milestone in American history. Critics may argue that systemic racism persists through institutional barriers, such as mass incarceration or disparities in wealth accumulation among races today. While these issues are indeed pressing concerns that require urgent attention and reform, they should not overshadow the progress made, nor suggest that America remains mired exclusively in its racist past. It is essential to recognize that civil rights progress is not solely defined by legislative changes or institutional reforms, but also encompasses the triumphs and resilience exhibited by individuals within marginalized communities. The narrative constructed by CRT often emphasizes systemic barriers, while neglecting the agency demonstrated by those who navigate these challenges successfully. The assertion